Well, it isn't the first time that Rammstein has echoed around this particular arena. They've played here a few times, but I very much doubt there was anyone in the crowd dressed as giant bananas then. Martin Schindler put a different flavour on that one as he enters the fray as one of the seeded players here at the European Darts Grand Prix. He is, I think, everybody would agree, the most dangerous player from Germany right now. He is showing it consistently. He's made his first senior final this year. He's had a run to the final session on the European Tour this year. But with the demise of Michael van Gerwen, who was in this little section of the draw, it does mean it's a massive opportunity for everybody left in this tournament. And Martin Schindler might sense that opportunity. He has to get past the Latvian number one, Madars Razma, who somehow found a way to overcome Niels Zonneveld in his opening game. But a last 16 spot awaits. We've got 4 more games for you tonight, starting with Shindy versus Razmataz.
Game on.
Chris Murphy's alongside me for it.
Yeah, Schindler seeded for the second successive week. He was in Prague and Rammstein were on in 2 arenas. Oh, hang on a minute. Madars Razma already not happy with the crowd's support for his opponent. Yeah, Rammstein were on in Prague at the same time as Schindler was playing at the Czech Darts Open last weekend.
Did he go and see him?
Well, that's what I was going to pose the question to you, but you didn't know, so I mean, we can go and ask him if you want.
I'm a fan of Shindy, but I'm not his PA.
I'll be back in a minute. I'll go ask him.
Yeah, all right.
57.
He said, go away. Did you not see all the fans walking through with the World Tour T-shirts on in the hotel?
No.
Or did you just assume that they were somehow showing support for Shindy by doing that? Anyway, they're singing his song now. Schindler, who takes on Madars Razma, players who have both reached Pro Tour finals this year, in fact on the same weekend here in Germany. Razma lost to Price one day, Schindler lost to van Gerwen the next. Razma hits a 181 second. Schindler hits a 140 the next.
Well, Schindler, despite the 180 from Razma in this leg, applying some pressure on the Latvian's throw. And the pressure might be telling.
45.
Just keep an eye out for Madars' use of the board. He is unconventional in his approach.
Madars 137.
He does love the 57. Can't find it on this occasion.
55.
Had a 10-dart leg yesterday, hitting 8 treble 19s in it.
Double 18. Double 9.
48.
Yeah, that was one of 2 10-darters in his match against Niels Zonneveld, 1 each. He went 6-5 to Razma, who's left himself in trouble here, but he can bail himself out on that trusty treble.
60.
The double, though, deserts him.
You require 18.
Straight at it or split? We're going to go straight at it, are we, Shindy? And he hits it. Has tended to get the better of Razmataz in their previous meetings. He's won the last couple, both last year on the Pro Tour. You're going to have to go back to 2018 and 19 for their other meetings, which were split 2 apiece. But when Madars has won, he's only won in last leg deciders. I think, to be honest, you would consider both of them better players than when they were playing then. But I also think that Martin Schindler has taken bigger jumps since then than Madars has. I still think it's quite a difficult one to call. He may have reached a Pro Tour final recently, but that's his first. You mentioned Madars reached one as well, but he's made a number of them now.
Well, already starting on the 19s. after one leg. Usually he tries for the treble 20 for a while, and if it starts to evade him, downstairs he goes. He's already starting down then. He's not finding that. 5 throws at it in this leg. Not found it yet. So treble 18 he tries, and he hits it twice.
28.
Are we going to stay for a while, Madars, or what's the plan? I'm not sure even he knows. That 10 darter you mentioned, where he hit 8 treble 19s, he also miscounted. He thought he'd left double 14. It was actually double 13. All sorts going on in that leg.
He's on the money now. He stepped across.
On a pinhead.
Yeah, stepped across and still placed the darts through the hole in a polo mint. It would be a mint start for Martin. Should he find double 16, which he does to double his lead. And finally, this weekend, the German crowd are given something to cheer about.
Yes, well, it started with Lucas Weinig, who did not get going at all. Dragutin Horvath couldn't find a way to get through the opening round, and Gabriel Clemens recovered from an awful start against Johan Engström and then still lost. So the host nation's hopes lie solely with the wall.
Should he get through, he'll take on the
57.
irrepressible Martin Luitmann, who's just beaten Michael van Gerwen. If you are just tuning in, not just beaten him, characteristically smashed him. 6-1. What a season it's turning into for him.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen much of Martin Luitmann, you're gonna. He's going to go to the European Championship. He's going to go to the World Match Play. He'll probably be at the World Grand Prix.
Yeah, Martin Schindler going to make a debut at both of those tournaments as well this year.
91.
Very high up in those races.
Martin Schindler, the top 16 in the world rankings, the 2-year Order of Merit, they go as seeded players at the World Match Play. The other unseeded players are on the 1-year system based on these events and the Players' Championship events. So obviously the top 16 aren't in that list because they're already seeds. But the only people above Martin Schindler are Ryan Searle, Damon Heta, Nathan Aspinall. I mean, that's the company he's keeping. I mean, admittedly, he's quite a long way behind those three in terms of the money won, but he's still up there with Callan Ridson, Gurney, etc. And he's looking at 3-0 here. That looks handy. And it is handy.
And Madars Razma is cutting a bit of a dejected figure in the background. He turned away when he saw Shindy pop in that treble 14. He knew what was coming.
99.
He's another player who's been around a little while on the development tour, etc. But we're now seeing the next elevation in his career. We're going to see him, it looks like, at all the big TV events this year.
And that's when you really do start soaring up those rankings. Had to go back to Q School at the start of last year. Came through that with flying colours.
We've seen other players do similar. That old
21.
one step back to take a good few forward.
Should move to the 18s. And does.
134.
Well, he's not done anything massively flashy in this game so far, Schindler. He's not hit a 3 treble visit. He's not had a ton plus checkout. But what he is doing, he's averaging a ton, because there's lots and lots of 2 treble visits, and he's not messing around too much on the doubles. It's probably okay, that.
Yeah, Razma hasn't shown any signs of doing anything like this. Schindler has shown every sign.
Nice setup though, wouldn't it?
That'd be lovely.
Ooh. 95. Martin, you require 40.
For 4-0. In it goes again. Martin Schindler just cruising to victory seemingly here. Razma not at the races, restricted to Just one dart at double in this entire match so far, and he could be dumped out of the tournament in double quick time.
60.
Schindler steps up. Been little arguments, hasn't there, over the last few years about who is the leading light in German darts. It was always Max Hopp, and he lived up to that billing when he picked up his first PDC title on the Euro Tour stage in Germany. Backed it up with another on the floor. And Gabriel Clemens seemed to have taken that mantle, but he can't seem to cut it on the Euro Tour. And you'd have to say now that Martin Schindler is the man.
Well, the other thing that you've got to factor in is that we mentioned how he's going to be going to all these TV tournaments, and it will mean that Martin Schindler is going to make enormous jumps up the world rankings from his current position at 46. There's going to be big chunks of 10 grand, even if he doesn't win any games, 10 grand here, 10 grand there, another 8 grand here or whatever, and he's going to shoot up and up and up. And Gabriel Clemens may struggle to defend some of the money that he's currently got sat on his ranking, because Gabriel Clemens' career has been basically made up of getting to lots of TV events, winning a game, reaching the last 16 and then going out. Certainly in the big ranking events. But what Max Hopp did, which Gabriel Clemens hasn't managed to do yet, he went deep in a big TV tournament. He was one dart away from reaching the European Championship final. Had to settle for a semi-final spot. Now Martin Schindler is playing darts that would suggest he is capable of doing similar things and maybe surpassing them.
Yeah, it's a good point, that. Tens of thousands of pounds you pick up on your ranking for being in all the TV events. Schindler soaring up them, it seems, but Razma has, for once, left himself well placed in a leg. Should get at least his second dart at double, but Schindler is also on a 2-darter. But he gets 2 at double 8. Has to hit double 4 here. Cannot afford to miss, and hasn't missed. Martin Schindler just pegged back slightly.
There's only a holder throw though. No reason to worry.
No reason to boo, really. Don't worry, don't boo. Be happy. I mean, Madars Razma, I mean, the crowd have been very supportive of Martin Schindler, as you would expect, but go back to that reaction before he'd even thrown a dart. Didn't look like a man who was about to deal with it very well, did he?
No.
Feels like more because we had an awful lot of close matches this afternoon, but we've lost 4 seeds so far. Dimitri Vandenberg,
92.
Joe Cullen.
161.
Number 1, number 2, number 4 and number 7, isn't it?
Yeah, they're kind of worth 2, aren't they? That's why it feels like more.
Yeah.
Michael van Gogh, of course.
89.
And Jose de Sousa. The number 3 seed. Coming next, Peter Wright taking on Johan Engström.
73.
Johan Engström had never won a game on the European Tour until yesterday. But Peter Wright isn't exactly in great form. Martin Schindler is. Double 3, right in his eye line.
66.
Not quite there.
I'll say now what I said in the previous leg. Razma simply has to hit. No margin for mistakes. And he doesn't get a dart at double.
53.
And I can't see any other outcome than Martin Schindler taking this leg and moving within 1 of a meeting of Martins.
Running out of room here.
Martin.
How you require 52?
A double 3 has seen many a dart player come a cropper, and Martin Schindler Failed to find it there. Is Razma about to get himself back in the race? Oh, the aggression.
7 legs, Madars to throw first. Game on.
Well, the last couple of legs have seen Schindler's average drop by about 7 points or so. He's gone from just doing everything efficiently to just having a little tinge of faff enter his game.
96.
A tinge of faff. Sounds like one of Paul Nicholson's recipe instructions.
100.
Maybe Madars needed to get mad.
$46.
Well, both men are kind of placid guys backstage, aren't they? Quite the pair of gentlemen.
Martin can get pretty lively. He can get animated on stage. Madars Razma is almost always very, very calm. And if not calm, genuinely looks like he's sulking his way through games. The mask doesn't crack very often with Madars.
He certainly let it out there, and he certainly showed some frustrations before a dart had even been thrown in this one. But he has thrown his way back into the match with a little help from Martin Schindler.
He's had a 180 and a 171, Madars Razma. But it's the two treble visits that he's being obliterated with by Martin Schindler in this game. And he'll stay up there. It's the wrong treble he wanted. But that will do very nicely.
Yeah, two big trebles again, just to highlight the points. And it gets him down to a nice double.
It's another 171 for Madars Razma.
Well, the way he threw that last dart, he had no right to go in. And it is futile, and Schindler has earned the right to throw for a place in the last 16.
I did speak with Martin in Prix. Just asked him, yeah, but you must be just happier than you've ever been. You must be making more money than you've ever made in darts. You're winning more games. And he said, oh, it's not quite there yet.
80.
He's not satisfied with what he's doing. He can see that there are huge rewards on the horizon. He's going to be doing things he's never done before. He is doing them now. Reaching Pro Tour finals. Going to qualify for some big TV tournaments he's not featured at. But that's not the end destination for Martin Schindler. He's got his sights set higher than that.
434.
I hope you philosophically told him to try to enjoy the journey, Dan.
Well, I mean, I don't think he needed any advice on that. He seems to be doing it anyway. No harm in having
96.
lofty ideals.
Yeah, man who is always looking up, Martin Schindler. Razma often looking down.
434.
Just going through one of these spells where he can't miss treble 19. And you wonder why he moves away from it at all.
100.
He'll want it again in this visit, as well as a treble 20 and a double 18. Oh, he has missed it. Just for a change.
And how about a whopper to really lift the roof?
45.
Would have been a way to win. He may still win, but they have to rely on Razma not cleaning up the 89 if he's to do it in this leg.
To preserve his status in the tournament.
64.
Not there. And we should see at least one match dart for the German number 2.
It's 2. But he only needs one, and it is success for Schindler in Stuttgart. The Wall wins a 6-2 victory from Martin Schindler. He was already the only German player standing coming into the second day, and he will fly the flag for the home nation on the final day of action as well. He moves in to the last 16, and as the 16th seed, he was set to meet the number 1 seed, Michael van Gerwen, but he was beaten by Martin Luitman, so it will be that meeting of Martins tomorrow. Coming next, we're going to see Snakebite Peter Wright against Sweden's Johan
Martin
Engström.
Schindler steht unter den letzten 16. Martin, herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Sieg. Losgelegt wirklich wieder wie die Feuerwehr, schnell, klar und deutlich geführt. Dann hat er 2 Lecks in Folge geholt. Da hat man dir dann auch angemerkt, du warst jetzt froh, dass du es relativ zügig dann auch beenden konntest.
Also wenn ich ehrlich bin, ich habe mich heute nicht gut gefühlt und irgendwann kommt halt der Zeitpunkt, da muss man sich mal auch über seine Gefühle drüber setzen und einfach mal das machen, was man geil findet, und ich finde das geil, was soll ich sagen.
Martin, ich weiß nicht, wie weit du im Draw nach vorne geschaut hast. Vor deinem Spiel oder vor dem Spiel vorhin hätte es entweder MVG oder Martin Luitman sein können. Du hättest wahrscheinlich mit Michael van Gerwen gerechnet. Jetzt ist es Martin Luitman, der hat dich in München im Viertelfinale bezwungen. Ich kann mir vorstellen, das wirst du morgen richtig stellen wollen.
Ja gut, also MVG schlägt man nicht einfach so, und ja, ich wusste es, dass ich gegen van Gerwen höchstwahrscheinlich spielen werden muss, weil ich ja nachgerutscht bin, aber hier spiele ich gegen Martin Luitman, und ich muss wirklich sagen, ich habe mich so schlecht heute gefühlt, ich freue mich, dass ich morgen mit dabei bin, ganz ehrlich, wirklich.
Hey, Martin, für ein schlechtes Gefühl warst du immer noch sehr, sehr anständig. Glückwunsch zum Sieg und viel Erfolg morgen im Achtelfinale. Ladies and Gentlemen, the one, Martin Schindler!